much more than they normally
Yeah.
do. And admittedly, going back to the beginning of it, maybe if you just look at this point by Noel Downs, he was in this move twice, but the type of play they go into is clearly exemplified in that. Look at Downs again, shooting that ball. He started that move over in the line, and that typified the way they play. But look at again the pressure being put on the Portlaoise defence coming out. Again, Mark McCarthy gets this ball. Just watch his vision and the precision of the pass, and the beautiful finish again from Noel Downs. That again was the way they went all day, and they fully deserved their win.
As good as Kilmurry or Ibrickane were today, and they were good, let's look at this from a Portlaoise point of view. They had a man sent off early on. I think they'd find it difficult to have, when they look back on this, to have any complaints about this, but it seemed to have just thrown them out of kilter altogether. And then what happened at half-time with the way that the referee was being harangued, let's say.
Yeah,
what's your view of that?
Yeah, they're a young team. They're a young team, Michael. And Brian Mulligan sending off in the first minute after 38 seconds was an absolute disaster for them. They never recovered from the upset of this. You cannot actually argue with that. That was a dangerous tackle, a clothesline tackle. Michael Duffy has to do what he has to do. He has to put him off for that. And again, the abuse that he was subjected to at half-time, he can do without that, and the game can do without that. And I think actually going into half-time, Portlaoise needed to be calm and composed. Came out in the second half, and again Brian McCormick here I thought was somewhat unlucky actually to have been sent off or to be booked for that, but again he'll probably have a case to answer in poking his finger in the referee's chest.
Yeah. Kilmurry, can they do it?
Well, certainly they're capable of doing it. They've been outstanding in the Munster Championship. The only thing about them up to today is they didn't score a lot. Today they put all that behind them. 114 was a great score, even though it was against 13 men for most of the second half. But they really impressed me in their fitness and their enthusiasm. Wonderful to watch. And
they'll have an extra week now, obviously, because the Corofin Galls match presumably will be next weekend. Who would you fancy in that?
Well, all the pundits again are saying that it's going to be St Galls will win that because their Antrim's resurgence at inter-county level. There's quite a number of Antrim players are playing with Galls, as well as that they have Raymond and Rory Gallagher from Fermanagh playing with them. But Corofin have been great when they've got into into All-Ireland series in the last number of years. And again, they've a lot of experience, the likes of Kieran Comer, Damien Burke, these kind of guys, and they'll be a very difficult opponent and a completely different style of game, I think, to the one we have seen today. But